It's 10 o'clock at night. Normally I'm trying to go to bed. Right now I'm trying to wash a car. Why am I doing this? That is the subject of this week's Nick at Night. Winter tips and tricks. What to do, what not to do to detail with sanity in the cold winter months. Number one, if it's below 50 degrees, don't go detail. Don't be a hero, okay? We have to manage our expectations in the wintertime. I'm at the coin-op car wash off hours. If I were here at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, there'd be people behind me. They wouldn't want me to film. They wouldn't want this keg, this bucket. And that's why I wanted to do a little wash and talk. So let me wash and talk. I'll go through winter tips and tricks. I was texting with Ivan and Jamie, the cleaner. I said, give me some of your ideas, guys. So a little bit of a brain trust here. I'm gonna share some knowledge and share the experience of washing at a coin-op car wash in winter. It's a little creepy out here, I'm not gonna lie. The homeless guy with the bike, and then the air compressor hose going off. Maybe you should stay at home, folks. Maybe you should stay at home. So besides the tip about going to the coin-op car wash off hours, the other tip is you wanna use rinseless wash. Today I'm having fun with Nemesis from Detail Co. I love their lineup, And I'm having fun testing their products. So 256 to 1, I did some unofficial line. This is 3 gallons here, so I put 3 caps of rinseless wash in here from Detail Co. Very thick purple. I'm sure a lot of you have used Nemesis. What if I told you this is my first time? What if I told you this is my first time? I'm gonna dip it in there. I've got my rinseless wash sponge. Well, that smells really nice. I've also got Nemesis in my keg. So one of my winter wash tips is use rinseless wash. Here's a couple of reasons. Rinseless wash is so easy to use if your car's not that dirty, right? You don't have to rinse at the end, so you save water, you save time, you just get out of here. But the other thing is, in your rinseless wash bucket, you don't have to go deep. We don't need a grit guard with rinseless wash, at least with DIY Detail rinseless wash. I'm actually not sure about Nemesis, but with DIY Detail rinseless wash, you just dunk your sponge in the water and then it comes out clean. So I don't need to get my hands wet. Obviously keep your water at a nice temperature, whatever you want it to be. I've also got Nemesis in my keg sprayer. That's another tip. Get yourself an IK multi-sprayer or a keg sprayer. Efficient distribution of rinseless wash all over the paint is what we're going for. Again, it's chemical, rinse chemical. We're here at the coin-op car wash. So we're gonna leverage the coin-op car wash for free flowing water, which is at a premium and obviously difficult for most people who don't have garages during winter. Sure, you're gonna be able to get the rinseless wash on the paint if you have a little bottle, a little spray bottle, and you just dip it in your diluted rinseless wash. But that is so fast and so efficient that if you actually detail a decent amount or just wash your own car and wanna have the best stuff, a keg is really nice. Obviously, yeah, an IK multi sprayer will work as well. So now we do the chemical rinse chemical, right? We're rinsing off. We're gonna pay a little bit of money here to use their free flowing water. Love seeing rinseless wash on the surface, doing what it does best, encapsulating the dirt, breaking it down for me. Lots of dwell time to work with here. Nothing's gonna dry up on me as we wait on a cold evening. The question is, do I use the color foam conditioner? Actually, what I want to say is, stay tuned until the end for one tip and trick you probably never heard before to kind of give you a winter detailing advantage. I'll save that to the end, so you want to keep watching until then. So the chemical rinse chemical method, we've chemicaled it first, right? Rinseless wash, it's broken down, it's emulsified. Then it was safely rinsed off the paint. We actually had free flowing water. What a great thing. If we were going home during regular business hours because it was so busy here and we would never think to do this during normal business hours, then we would put a little rinseless wash on just like I'm doing now. Then we drive it home, more rinseless wash on the surface, then do a rinseless wash in your home garage or your driveway. But we have the luxury of time here, right? We have a little more, we can zen out a bit because this is when most people are going to bed. So I distributed rinseless wash everywhere over the vehicle. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rinseless wash to finish the job. And dress accordingly. Put a hat on, wear layers. You can wear these like tiny cotton gloves, Ivan says, under your nitrile gloves, and it will work so good for you because, as he told me once, insulation goes both ways. So just dress accordingly, and if it's too cold out, don't be a hero, you know? And if you're interested in any of the products you see me using, you can use promo code NICKATNIGHT, that's one word, Nick at Night. Save yourself 10% off at thehouseofrags.com, where you can find their house brand Detail Co. I'm really loving this rinseless wash. Of course, I'm a DIY detail man myself, but you always say on Nick at Night you like seeing me use other products, so that's what I'm showcasing here tonight. I'm honestly not sure how dirty that looks on camera, but it looks dirty to me because I did it on a lower. So I want to see, does it do what DIY detail rinseless wash does, where that black, that's not wet, that's black, does that go away? Dipping it into the rinseless, no need for a grit guard. Squeeze the sponge, that's a clean sponge. So I'm very impressed with this. It's working very well. It's slick, it's nice. And because I recently washed this vehicle, it sure is a joy to wash. And so that's another tip. Wash more often, do your interior more often. It'll be a lot easier to do these maintenance washes. And it is scary as heck out here. I gotta get out of here. We're not focusing on wheels. This is winter. You can see my breath. It's chilly out. We're managing expectations. We're leveraging a great rinseless wash like Detail Co. or DIY Detail. And then you want to use your nice drying aid of choice to top up whatever ceramic coating you have. In this case, I believe I had Katiba wax on that side. And what am I using here? Probably too much Detail Spray Lightning. Now, I don't know if there's any protection in Lightning. I'm guessing not, since it's a detail spray. Maybe light protection, but it sure smells nice. And a drying aid's a drying aid, right? It does aid in lubrication. Now, cold temperatures are a little wacky, so you gotta kind of pick and choose your battle. It can be tough to dry your vehicle in winter, and that's why a drying aid actually really does work well. I'm just playing with Lightning here. Again, I don't know if it's giving me more protection, but it certainly is a nice smelling product that I imagine will boost the gloss, make it super slick and shiny, and help me drive away with a smile. Using the DIY Detail drying blanket. Again, if you're looking for any of these products, these amazing car wash products that make this connection with our vehicles so much fun, you can find them on thehouseofrags.com. Use promo code Nick at Night, supports the podcast / video series, and you get 10% off. So everybody wins. Really appreciate you for watching. And just if you don't want to buy something, obviously, hype the video, like it, or just continue watching. At least subscribe to the House of Rags YouTube channel. They deserve it. They're amazing. In this case, because it's so cold, I just sprayed ahead of myself. I know it's not going to dry on me. Now I don't have to hold the sprayer. Remember, it's wintertime, right? So we're just managing expectations. We're not going for that perfection wash. We're not going for that perfect decontamination wash. We can always do those in the spring or on a nice sunny day. Just getting her done in the winter, a nice drying aid to top off whatever you had on that paint, help you dry. We're focusing on clean paint and clean glass. Wheels, it's just not a priority. We are just about done. The paint, shimmering, glossy, shiny. The results very easy to accomplish. But wait, there's one more tip and trick. It's me, so these things happen. I totally forgot to wash the front end earlier. I pre-treated it with rinseless, but I never actually used a contact wash method, the Legacy Sponge from DIY Detail. I did promise you one final tip and trick. And here it is. Go find yourself a parking garage. Not a private one where you're not allowed to be there, but go to the lower level. And if you go to the lower level, you can do a rinseless wash, so you won't have a hose, but you could do a chemical and potentially then the wash, or you could do a lot of rinseless through your sprayer or your keg sprayer, and you gotta flood the panel and do it that way. But you could do a rinseless wash out of the elements in a parking garage, which gives you some advantages. You could have a cordless pressure washer, maybe, that I have, the Ego, and you could pressure wash down there. You could take advantage of having that roof and sort of that cocoon because a lot of people don't go to that lower level. And so you could have a nice little private wash bay. Just make sure to leave it clean when you go. That, folks, is a tip from Ivan LaCroix. What tips did I miss out on for winter washing? What did you like? Folks, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, Nick at Night saves you 10% at thehouseofrags.com.